Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a lovely November. Happy new month to you. And this is like play. This is the end of the year 2017. Like December is upon us. Hey, December is upon us, people. It's been an eventful year for me anyways, and this is not the video for that. So let's get right to what we are about today. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I met Jesus and some get to know me questions. So it's basically like get to know me for the people that don't know me. And I asked people on my social media, like all these popular bloggers used to do. Hey, oh Lord have mercy. The kind of questions that my sister and my auntie that asked me questions. I've suffered in this life. But you know, we have to do this thing regardless. If anybody not ask me question, I check on the internet and I ask myself question. So, and that's the question my sister asked me. What's your favorite number? Please, let's not even go there. Let's not go there. But I will become a popular blogger. Don't worry. Or she's a vlogger. I will become popular. And that time now, let's just get to it. Right? Right. So how I met Jesus, I'm going to quickly say the story because of course it's not that long, but I'll quickly go right into the story. I was born into a Christian home, and because my mom had always been involved in the church, and we go to Foursquare Church, but you know, it was basically like them forcing you to go to church, them forcing you to pray, them forcing you to do morning devotion. It was a hassle, and that's all I've ever known. And I'm grateful for that foundation, because if I didn't have that foundation, it would probably have been a lot harder to, you know, understand my journey and to understand the process that I went through, the process that I had to go through, you know, to get to where I met Jesus. Anyways, so when I left home for NYC, that was basically the first time I was away from home. Oh, what am I saying? Sorry. University was when I was away from home, but of course, university, I went to a private school, and it was like a rebellious phase because there was, you know, so much caging going on that it felt like, you know, you needed to rebel, you know. So aside from that, then NYC came, and I had to travel all the way to Niger State from Lagos to, and that's like, it was a, how many hours journey? I can't remember right now. Maybe 12 hours. I don't know. I can't remember, but it was always a very long trip to Niger State. So yeah, that's my first time of actually being by myself, alone, in a land where I did not know anybody, you know. And that sort of tested me, kind of like, so who do you turn to? Who is your confidant? Who is your, you know, that space, it made me think. That was like the beginning of my journey. So, and that period, I had to make the decision to go to a church myself. I made the decision whether I wanted to go or not. You know, I made a decision the kind of friends I wanted to keep. I made a decision on, you know, if I wanted to go out or stay indoors. You know, it wasn't about what my mother wanted or what my mother felt was right for me, or what my father felt was right for me, or, you know, what my sister felt was right for me. It wasn't about anybody else. It was now about me and making the choices for myself based on the values that I held on to. So that was the beginning of my journey, and I noticed that, you know, my life started taking a new shape because I now had to start making those decisions, and I found out that okay, I didn't have any bone of being a bad girl in my system. Sorry, but it tests you like you're living alone. You are a copper. You had a room to yourself. It tests your moral standards, your values. It tests it a lot, and trust me, there was pressure. Truthfully, there was, but you had to make the right decision. So I started reading my Bible, listening to the beginning for me was listening to gospel music, and listening to the music was refreshing. Refreshing in the sense that I didn't have to filter a lot of things, like bad words. What's the meaning of this? So I started listening to a lot of Christian music, and that was all I was listening to. It changed my perspective, changed a lot of things because I was listening to the lyrics and all of that. So I started reading my Bible, and I was blown away, absolutely blown away. I'm like, wow, it's so refreshing to actually read your Bible. So from then, I think a friend of mine, Mandy, introduced me to Andrew Womack. So I started listening to Andrew Womack as well. So from Andrew Womack, I started listening to Joseph Prince. I started listening to Creflo Dollar. I started listening to T.D. Jakes. I listened to a bunch of all these preachers, and it was conflicting ideas from left to right, left to right. There's an undertone that conflicts in the things that they say, and the doctrines that they hold on to. They might not be as their doctrine might not be as strong as the way our own different Pentecostal churches have their own different doctrines, but there's the undertone of the doctrines that each of them hold on to. So I was like, okay, that wasn't sitting well with me, with all the conflicting ideas and all of that. So, but anyways, I still listen to them. Then I got back from NYC, and during NYC, let me just say, it was a very trying period for me, and it was kind of like dark because I was alone, and there was just so many things. While I started reading my Bible, but I was still going through a lot in that time, and it kind of drew me closer to God in that period. So when I got back home, I still continued listening to all these my preachers and blah 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 blah. Then I got a job. I used to live in Ikorodu, so I moved from Ikorodu to Ogba, and I was staying by myself as well. So, and also that same freedom and making your choices and all of that. So I started going to different churches. I was a certified church hopper, like everywhere. Some places that I knew I wasn't going to go to. Every other place I tried, I went, because I didn't see anything wrong at the time. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I just viewed everybody as, okay, my teacher that could teach me the word. I was just hungry, basically. I was hungry and hungry and hungry. Like, I just wanted to know. I wanted to understand. Which is a good place, at the same time can be bad. Yes, because you're hungry, but because you're hungry, you just want to eat everything without, whether it's sweet or not, you just want to eat it. So that was the place I was, and listened to everybody, read plenty books. I buy books with my salary. Oh God. With my small salary that was collecting, I'll go and buy a book. Once you pay my salary like this, there's a bookstore close to my office. I'll go and buy a book. And then the woman knew me. I'll go and buy a book. Read a lot of things. Research, checked, internet, this, that, everything. So, but this fateful day, my sister's friend at the time, his name is Wale, he invited me for a program. The title of the program was Heaven on Earth. I think that was the program I first went to. Yes. Heaven on Earth. No, was it Heaven on Earth? There was something else. I don't know. He invited me for a program in his church. So I went. It was heaven on earth. Please. I went for that program. When I went for that program, the pastor that preached in the program was Pastor Bakari. I went for the program. I was like, okay, this is different from everything I've been hearing. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I started going to the church. Pastor Bakari wasn't, it's not the pastor, it was just a guest minister in that, for that program. So I went. And then I started going to the church. And, you know, it was a breath of fresh air. Why was it a breath of fresh air? Because I noticed that they were genuinely interested in you getting to know Christ. It was about Jesus. Trust me, it was not about anybody else. And I'm like, oh wow, and nobody else. I'd never seen anything like that before. Trust me, at that time, I'd never seen anything like that before. You know, because before you go to sermons and they're like, no, what's it called? No mention of Jesus Christ. In a sermon, no mention of Jesus Christ. I didn't see anything bad about that before. You know, so I started going to that church and they'll do Bible challenges where you read like the whole Bible. You know, that's how we started. We started with like Bible challenges, read the whole Bible, stuff like that. So, and then you're seeing yourself that, okay, what they're saying is actually true. This and this and this and this is about Jesus Christ. Not just what you've been hearing before, how you've been hearing it before, but let's come back to the center, Jesus Christ. And that was like amazing. It was amazing. It was a breath of fresh air, and I absolutely loved it. That was like 3 years ago. And after that, you know, it has been that journey of, you know, learning more about Christ and sharing Christ and doing his will. So that's my story of how I met Jesus. So if you have met Jesus, please send me, comment, let me know how you met Jesus and your story of how you met Jesus, or send me a DM, comment, anything. Just let me know how you met Jesus. Thank you.